Hello friends. When a Libra man meets a Pisces woman, something subtle yet magnetic stirs the air between them. It's not loud or explosive at first. Instead, it feels like a soft melody drifting through a crowded room, easy to miss, but impossible to forget once you hear it. This connection is built not on force, but on feeling, curiosity, and a quiet sense that something meaningful could unfold if both are willing to lean in. After watching, if you'd like to support the channel, click the Thanks button right under this video or use the donation alerts link in the description. Your support really helps me keep creating. And of course, if you enjoy the content, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's continue. Chemistry. Initial attraction. The chemistry between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is not the kind that explodes on contact or overwhelms the senses in an instant. Instead, it arrives quietly, almost invisibly, and then slowly takes over. It is the type of attraction that grows stronger the more time passes, the more glances are exchanged, and the more silence is shared. From the very beginning, Libra senses that this connection is different from others he has experienced. There is no sharp edge, no tension filled with uncertainty. What he feels instead is a gentle pull, an emotional gravity that draws him toward Pisces without demanding anything in return. Ruled by Venus, the Libra man is naturally attuned to beauty, balance, and harmony. He notices details others often miss: the softness in a voice, the emotional undertone behind a smile, the way someone's presence alters the atmosphere of a room. When Pisces enters his awareness, she immediately stands out, not because she is loud or assertive, but because her energy feels fluid and emotionally rich. There is a calmness to her that contrasts with the noise of the world, and Libra finds himself instinctively wanting to protect that calm, to stay within it a little longer. Pisces, ruled by Neptune, carries an aura that is difficult to define. She often seems as though she is partially elsewhere, drifting between imagination and reality. This dreamlike quality fascinates Libra. He senses depth beneath the surface, layers of feeling and perception that are not immediately accessible. Rather than being frustrated by this, Libra is intrigued. He enjoys the process of discovery, the subtle emotional clues, the sense that understanding her is not a task to complete but a journey to experience. Pisces does not reveal herself quickly, and this restraint plays a crucial role in the attraction. She speaks honestly, but selectively, guided by intuition rather than impulse. Libra, who values thoughtful exchange and emotional balance, finds this incredibly appealing. There is no emotional oversharing, no pressure to define the connection too soon. Instead, there is space to wonder, to imagine, to feel without labeling. This space allows attraction to deepen naturally, without fear or resistance. From Pisces' perspective, the Libra man feels immediately different from others she has known. There is a gentleness in the way he approaches her, an absence of emotional aggression or expectation. He listens fully, not just waiting for his turn to speak, but genuinely absorbing her words, her tone, and her emotional state. For Pisces, who is highly sensitive to energy and intention, this makes a profound impression. She feels safe in his presence, and emotional safety is the foundation of her attraction. Libra's charm is subtle rather than performative. He does not try to impress Pisces with exaggerated confidence or dominance. Instead, he offers courtesy, warmth, and genuine curiosity. He asks questions not to control the conversation, but to understand her inner world. Pisces feels valued not as an object of desire, but as a person with emotional depth and meaning. This recognition touches her deeply and draws her closer to him emotionally. Their early conversations often feel timeless. They may begin with simple topics, art, music, everyday observations, but quickly drift into deeper territory without effort. Libra brings thoughtful reflections and balanced perspectives, while Pisces brings emotional insight and intuitive understanding. There is no sense of competition or hierarchy in these exchanges. Each listens as much as they speak, creating a shared rhythm that feels natural and comforting. One of the most powerful aspects of their initial attraction is how easily silence can exist between them. Pisces is comfortable with quiet moments, using them to feel rather than think. Libra, though more verbally oriented, does not feel uncomfortable filling every pause. Instead, he learns to appreciate the emotional content of silence, sensing that connection does not always require words. These quiet moments deepen their bond, making their chemistry feel intimate even before anything is explicitly expressed. The softness of their attraction is what makes it so compelling. Neither sign rushes toward conclusions or declarations. Libra enjoys the emotional dance of discovery, observing how Pisces reacts, how she opens up, how her moods shift with subtlety. Pisces, in turn, enjoys Libra's consistency, his steady attention, and his emotional presence. She feels no pressure to perform or transform herself to be loved. She can simply exist, and that is enough. There is also a mutual sense of emotional recognition. Libra sees in Pisces a depth of feeling that he admires and respects. She experiences emotions fully, without filtering them through logic first. This teaches Libra that not everything needs to be analyzed or balanced immediately. Pisces, meanwhile, sees in Libra a calm emotional intelligence that reassures her. His ability to remain composed without being cold helps her feel grounded rather than overwhelmed. As attraction deepens, both begin to feel that this connection has a familiar quality, as if it echoes something from the past. This is not necessarily nostalgia, but a sense of emotional recognition. Pisces may feel that Libra understands her without demanding explanation, while Libra feels that Pisces accepts him without judgment. This mutual acceptance creates an emotional magnetism that strengthens with time. Libra is particularly drawn to Pisces' compassion. She responds to the world with empathy rather than calculation, and this touches a part of him that longs for emotional authenticity. Pisces, in turn, is drawn to Libra's fairness and emotional grace. He does not impose his will or emotions onto her. Instead, he seeks equilibrium, which makes her feel respected and valued. Another important element of their chemistry is imagination. Pisces lives partly in an inner world shaped by dreams, symbols, and emotions. Libra, while more grounded, enjoys exploring ideas and perspectives. Together, they create a shared imaginative space where emotions and thoughts intertwine. This shared inner world becomes a powerful source of attraction, making their connection feel meaningful rather than superficial. The attraction between a Libra man and a Pisces woman grows through emotional layering. Each interaction adds depth, trust, and familiarity. There is no sudden peak, no dramatic turning point. Instead, there is a gradual realization that being together feels right. Comfortable, emotionally nourishing. This realization often arrives quietly, but once it does, it is difficult to ignore. Ultimately, the chemistry between Libra and Pisces is defined by its gentleness, emotional intelligence, and intuitive flow. It is attraction without force, desire without urgency, and connection without pressure. It feels less like falling and more like drifting into something warm and safe. This kind of beginning lays the groundwork for a bond that is not only romantic, but deeply human, rooted in understanding, emotional resonance, and a shared appreciation for the beauty of subtle connection. Emotional dynamics. Emotionally, the connection between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is layered, nuanced, and profoundly sensitive. This is not a simple emotional pairing where feelings are expressed and resolved in straightforward ways. Instead, it is a relationship where emotions move like tides, sometimes calm and soothing, sometimes deep and difficult to navigate. Pisces lives almost entirely through emotional perception. She feels first, understands later, and often experiences emotions as a continuous flow rather than isolated moments. Her emotional world is rich, immersive, and intense, even when she appears quiet on the surface. Pisces' sensitivity is one of her defining traits. She absorbs emotional energy from her surroundings, from people, from subtle shifts in tone or behavior. This makes her deeply compassionate, but it also makes her vulnerable to emotional overload. She may feel joy and sadness simultaneously, or struggle to separate her own emotions from those of others. Because her feelings are intuitive rather than linear, she often finds it difficult to explain exactly what she is experiencing. Words can feel limiting to her, insufficient to capture the depth of her inner world. Libra approaches emotions from a very different angle. While he is emotionally aware and caring, he processes feelings through reflection, conversation, and balance. He wants to understand why something is felt, where it comes from, and how it fits into the larger emotional picture. Rather than being swept away by emotion, he prefers to step back, examine it, and restore equilibrium. This does not mean he lacks feeling. Rather, he seeks emotional clarity and fairness, both for himself and for those he loves. These contrasting emotional styles create a dynamic that can be either deeply complementary or quietly challenging. When functioning at their best, Libra provides emotional grounding for Pisces. His calm presence acts as an anchor when her emotions feel overwhelming or confusing. He does not dismiss her feelings. Instead, he helps her organize them, gently encouraging her to name what she is experiencing. This process can be incredibly reassuring for Pisces, who often feels misunderstood by those who demand quick explanations or logical consistency. Libra's reassurance plays a crucial role in emotional harmony. He has a natural ability to validate emotions without amplifying them. When Pisces feels deeply, he reminds her that feeling deeply is not a flaw. His balanced responses help her feel less alone in her emotional experiences. Over time, this support builds trust, allowing Pisces to feel safer expressing vulnerability rather than retreating inward. At the same time, Pisces offers Libra an emotional education that goes beyond logic. She teaches him that not every feeling needs to be analyzed or resolved immediately. Some emotions simply need to be felt, honored, and allowed to pass naturally. Through her, Libra learns to sit with emotional ambiguity, to accept that uncertainty does not always require immediate balance. This can be uncomfortable for him at first, but ultimately enriching. Pisces also helps Libra reconnect with intuition. He often relies on external validation or rational assessment when making emotional decisions. Pisces encourages him to listen to his inner voice, to trust emotional instincts even when they lack clear justification. This influence softens Libra's tendency to intellectualize feelings, allowing him to experience emotion more directly and authentically. However, emotional imbalance can emerge when these differences are not handled with care. Libra's desire for balance can sometimes manifest as emotional distance. In moments of tension, he may unconsciously detach, becoming overly rational or diplomatic. While his intention is often to prevent conflict, Pisces may interpret this detachment as indifference. Because she needs emotional presence more than solutions, this perceived distance can be deeply painful for her. When Pisces feels emotionally unseen or invalidated, her natural response is often withdrawal. Rather than confronting the issue directly, she may retreat into silence, emotional numbness, or internal fantasy. This withdrawal is not meant as punishment, it is a form of self-protection. However, to Libra, this silence can feel confusing and unsettling. He may sense that something is wrong but struggle to access it through conversation, which is his primary emotional tool. This creates a potential cycle of misunderstanding. Libra pulls back to regain balance, Pisces withdraws to protect her emotions, and both feel disconnected despite caring deeply for one another. Without awareness, this cycle can repeat quietly, eroding emotional intimacy over time. Emotional harmony requires conscious effort from both sides to break this pattern. For Libra, growth comes from learning to remain emotionally present even when feelings are unclear or uncomfortable. He must resist the urge to retreat into logic when Pisces needs empathy more than understanding. Simply staying, listening, and acknowledging emotion without immediately reframing it can make a profound difference. For Pisces, growth comes from learning to express emotional needs more directly, even when it feels vulnerable or difficult. Speaking up before retreating allows Libra the opportunity to respond with care rather than confusion. When both partners commit to emotional patience, their bond deepens significantly. Libra learns that emotional depth does not threaten balance, it enriches it. Pisces learns that clarity does not diminish emotional truth, it supports it. Together, they create an emotional environment that is both safe and expansive, one where feelings are respected, explored, and gently guided rather than suppressed or ignored. Over time, this emotional dynamic can become one of their greatest strengths. Libra's steadiness helps Pisces feel less overwhelmed by her inner world, while Pisces' emotional honesty helps Libra connect more deeply with his own feelings. Their emotional bond becomes a quiet partnership built on trust, acceptance, and mutual growth. When nurtured with patience and compassion, the emotional connection between a Libra man and a Pisces woman becomes not just deep, but transformative for both. Long-term compatibility. In the long run, the compatibility between a Libra man and a Pisces woman unfolds slowly, shaped by time, shared experiences, and emotional maturation. This is not a relationship built on instant certainty or rigid expectations. Instead, it develops through compassion, patience, and a mutual willingness to grow together. Both signs are deeply romantic at heart, but their understanding of romance goes beyond gestures or declarations. They believe in love as a living, evolving force, something that shapes identity, influences purpose, and leaves a lasting imprint on the soul. Neither Libra nor Pisces is interested in superficial bonds. They are drawn to relationships that feel emotionally authentic and spiritually significant. For Libra, love must feel balanced and respectful, a partnership where both individuals are seen and valued. For Pisces, love must feel emotionally nourishing and meaningful, a space where vulnerability is met with compassion rather than judgment. When these needs align, the foundation for long-term compatibility becomes remarkably strong. Libra brings structure and stability into the relationship, not through control, but through consideration. He naturally thinks in terms of partnership, often framing decisions around what will create harmony for both people involved. He values fairness and equality, and he strives to ensure that neither partner feels overlooked or diminished. Over time, this creates a sense of emotional reliability that Pisces deeply appreciates, even if she does not always articulate it. Pisces contributes emotional depth that enriches the relationship in subtle but powerful ways. She experiences life through feeling, intuition, and spiritual awareness. Where Libra may focus on choices, consequences, and social balance, Pisces reminds him that not everything meaningful can be measured or rationalized. She introduces emotional and spiritual dimensions that soften Libra's worldview, helping him connect more deeply with the intangible aspects of life, hope, faith, and emotional truth. As the relationship matures, their differences begin to serve a greater purpose. Libra's practicality helps ground Pisces when her dreams feel overwhelming or disconnected from reality. He helps her translate inspiration into action, offering structure without dismissing her emotional vision. Pisces, in turn, helps Libra stay emotionally aligned with his values, reminding him that peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of emotional honesty. However, long-term compatibility is not automatic. It depends heavily on self-awareness and emotional responsibility from both partners. Pisces has a tendency to idealize those she loves, especially partners who offer stability and kindness. Over time, she may place Libra on an emotional pedestal, expecting him to intuitively meet needs that she has not clearly expressed. When reality inevitably diverges from idealization, disappointment can quietly take root. Libra, meanwhile, may struggle with confrontation over long periods of time. His desire to maintain harmony can lead him to avoid difficult conversations or delay important decisions. While this may preserve short-term peace, it can create long-term emotional stagnation. Pisces, who senses emotional undercurrents acutely, may feel the weight of unresolved issues even when they are not spoken aloud. If these tendencies remain unexamined, quiet resentment can develop. Pisces may feel emotionally neglected or misunderstood, while Libra may feel pressured by unspoken expectations. Neither is likely to express anger openly, which makes these issues harder to detect and address. This is why boundaries and clarity are essential to their long-term success. When both partners commit to honesty, the relationship transforms. Pisces learns to ground her expectations in reality and to voice her emotional needs clearly rather than hoping they will be intuitively met. Libra learns that addressing discomfort directly does not destroy harmony, it protects it. Through this mutual effort, trust deepens and emotional intimacy strengthens. Over time, their partnership can become a place of emotional refuge. Libra provides consistency, fairness, and a sense of shared direction. Pisces provides empathy, emotional insight, and a reminder of deeper meaning. Together, they create a relationship that feels gentle rather than demanding, supportive rather than restrictive. Their long-term bond thrives on mutual respect for each other's inner worlds. Libra respects Pisces' emotional sensitivity as a strength rather than a weakness. Pisces respects Libra's need for balance as a form of care rather than emotional distance. This mutual understanding allows them to evolve individually without drifting apart. As years pass, the Libra-Pisces relationship often becomes quieter, deeper, and more intentional. It may not look dramatic from the outside, but internally it is rich with emotional connection and shared history. When nurtured with patience, communication, and emotional courage, their long-term compatibility can result in a partnership that feels emotionally safe, spiritually fulfilling, and deeply meaningful, one built not on perfection, but on genuine devotion and growth. Communication conflict resolution. Communication between a Libra man and a Pisces woman often appears smooth, gentle, and cooperative on the surface, yet beneath that calm exterior lies a deeply complex emotional exchange. Both signs dislike overt conflict and tend to approach conversations with care, but they do so from very different internal frameworks. Libra communicates through reason, dialogue, and balance. He believes that most problems can be solved by talking them through calmly, weighing perspectives, and arriving at a fair conclusion. Pisces, by contrast, communicates primarily through emotion, intuition, and subtle cues. She often feels far more than she can articulate, and her communication is shaped as much by tone, mood, and silence as by words. Libra values clarity in conversation. When something feels off, his instinct is to address it verbally, to analyze what happened, why it happened, and how it can be resolved in a way that restores harmony. He sees communication as a bridge that prevents misunderstanding and emotional imbalance. For him, speaking things out is an act of care. However, this approach can feel overwhelming to Pisces, who may not yet understand her own emotions well enough to explain them logically. She may sense discomfort or sadness without being able to identify its source, let alone put it into structured language. Pisces' communication style is fluid and emotionally layered. She expresses herself through pauses, shifts in energy, and emotional undertones. Sometimes she hopes that her partner will intuitively sense what she is feeling without requiring explicit explanation. When she does speak, her words may be indirect, colored by metaphor or emotion rather than clear statements. Libra, who prefers direct discussion, may struggle to interpret these signals accurately, even though his intentions are sincere. During conflict, these differences become more pronounced. Libra's natural response to tension is to smooth it over as quickly as possible. He dislikes emotional discord and may attempt to resolve issues before they fully surface. This can involve reframing the situation, offering compromise, or suggesting rational solutions. While this approach is meant to restore peace, Pisces may feel that her emotions are being rushed or minimized. She may not yet be ready to move toward resolution, because she is still processing how she feels. Pisces' response to conflict is often withdrawal rather than confrontation. When emotions become intense or confusing, she may retreat inward to protect herself. This withdrawal is not manipulation, it is a coping mechanism. Silence allows her to feel without external pressure. However, to Libra, this silence can feel unsettling. He may interpret it as avoidance or emotional distance, unsure of how to reconnect without words. This dynamic can create a recurring cycle. Libra senses tension and tries to talk it through quickly. Pisces feels emotionally exposed and withdraws. Libra, confused by the lack of response, may push for clarity or disengage to avoid further imbalance. The issue remains unresolved, settling quietly beneath the surface. Over time, these unspoken tensions can resurface in unexpected ways, creating emotional fatigue for both partners. Healthy communication between Libra and Pisces requires a redefinition of what resolution looks like. Not every conflict needs immediate closure, and not every emotion needs instant explanation. Libra must learn to tolerate emotional ambiguity, allowing Pisces the time and space she needs to understand her own feelings. This means listening without interrupting, offering presence rather than solutions, and resisting the urge to restore harmony prematurely. Pisces, in turn, must learn to trust that expressing her emotions openly will not damage the relationship. She may fear that honesty will lead to conflict or disappointment. However, withholding feelings often creates more distance than speaking them. By practicing gentle but direct expression, she gives Libra the clarity he needs to respond with understanding rather than confusion. When both partners meet in the middle, communication becomes a powerful tool for growth. Libra's logic, when guided by empathy, helps translate emotional experiences into mutual understanding. Pisces' emotional insight, when supported by clarity, adds depth and meaning to conversations. Together, they can create a communication style that honors both feeling and reason. Over time, successful conflict resolution strengthens their bond. Libra learns that patience does not threaten harmony, it deepens it. Pisces learns that clarity does not invalidate emotion, it protects it. Their conversations become less about winning or fixing and more about understanding and connection. When approached with mutual respect, communication becomes not a source of tension, but a shared language that reinforces trust, emotional safety, and lasting intimacy. Physical intimate connection. The physical and intimate connection between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is rooted far more in emotion, trust, and atmosphere than in raw physical desire. For both signs, intimacy is not something that exists in isolation from feeling. It is an extension of emotional closeness, a reflection of how safe, understood, and connected they feel with one another. Because of this, their physical bond often develops gradually, deepening as emotional trust grows rather than appearing suddenly or aggressively. Libra approaches physical connection with a strong sense of romance and aesthetic awareness. He is highly sensitive to mood, environment, and emotional tone. For him, intimacy feels most natural when it is wrapped in beauty, soft lighting, calm energy, gentle gestures, and a sense of mutual presence. He is attentive to his partner's comfort and emotional state, often focusing on creating an experience that feels balanced, affectionate, and emotionally harmonious. Physical closeness, for Libra, is a way of reinforcing emotional unity rather than asserting desire. Pisces experiences intimacy as something deeply personal and emotionally immersive. Physical closeness is not just touch to her, it is a form of emotional communication. She brings vulnerability, sensitivity, and intuition into intimate moments, often sensing her partner's emotions without words. When Pisces feels safe, she opens herself emotionally, allowing intimacy to become a space of emotional merging rather than mere physical interaction. Trust is essential for her, and when it is present, intimacy becomes deeply meaningful. Together, Libra and Pisces create an intimate dynamic that feels gentle and intuitive. There is little need for dominance or intensity. Instead, their connection unfolds through subtle cues, emotional awareness, and mutual responsiveness. Libra notices Pisces' emotional shifts and adjusts accordingly, while Pisces senses Libra's intentions and emotional presence. This creates a rhythm that feels natural rather than forced, allowing both to relax into closeness without pressure. One of the defining qualities of their physical connection is tenderness. Libra expresses affection through thoughtful gestures and emotional attentiveness. Pisces responds with emotional openness and receptivity. This exchange fosters a sense of emotional safety that enhances physical closeness. Intimacy becomes less about excitement and more about reassurance, comfort, and emotional affirmation. Their connection often feels intuitive because both are highly responsive to emotional energy. Pisces naturally tunes into Libra's emotional state, while Libra is observant and considerate of Pisces' needs. This mutual awareness allows intimacy to flow without rigid expectations. Moments of closeness often feel organic, guided by feeling rather than planning. This reinforces the sense that their bond exists on a deeper emotional level. However, challenges can arise due to differences in emotional rhythm. Libra generally seeks consistency and emotional balance. He feels most comfortable when intimacy follows a predictable emotional pattern, rooted in stability and mutual understanding. Pisces, by contrast, experiences emotions in waves. Her emotional highs and lows can influence how she approaches intimacy, sometimes feeling deeply connected and other times needing emotional distance. If these differences are not understood, Libra may feel uncertain or disconnected during Pisces' emotional fluctuations. He may wonder if something has changed or if balance has been disrupted. Pisces, meanwhile, may feel pressure to maintain emotional consistency when she is simply responding to her inner emotional tides. Without communication and empathy, these differences can create subtle tension. Maintaining a fulfilling physical connection requires mutual awareness and acceptance. Libra benefits from understanding that Pisces' emotional shifts are not a reflection of diminished affection, but a natural part of her emotional nature. Pisces benefits from recognizing that Libra's desire for consistency is rooted in care, not control. When both partners honor these differences, intimacy becomes more resilient. As trust deepens over time, their physical connection often grows richer and more emotionally grounded. Libra becomes more attuned to emotional nuance, while Pisces feels increasingly secure in expressing vulnerability. Intimacy becomes a shared emotional language, one that reassures, comforts, and strengthens their bond. Ultimately, the physical and intimate connection between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is defined by emotional presence rather than intensity. It is soft, meaningful, and deeply connected to trust. When nurtured with patience and emotional understanding, it becomes a source of closeness that reinforces not just attraction, but lasting emotional intimacy and mutual care. Shared values, life goals. Libra and Pisces are often drawn to one another because, at their core, they share a similar moral and emotional compass. Both value love not as a fleeting emotion, but as a guiding principle in life. Kindness, empathy, and emotional consideration matter deeply to them, and they tend to measure success not only by external achievements, but by the quality of their relationships. Neither sign is comfortable in environments defined by harshness, cruelty, or emotional indifference. They are both sensitive to emotional tone and are instinctively repelled by cold or aggressive ways of moving through the world. Love, for both Libra and Pisces, is meant to be meaningful. Libra seeks partnership that feels fair, respectful, and emotionally balanced. Pisces seeks connection that feels soulful, compassionate, and emotionally true. While their interpretations differ slightly, the underlying value is the same. Relationships should nourish the heart rather than drain it. This shared belief creates a strong foundation for aligning life goals, because both see love as something worth prioritizing and protecting. Another powerful value they share is an appreciation for beauty. Libra is drawn to aesthetic harmony, art, design, music, culture, and environments that feel balanced and refined. Pisces experiences beauty more emotionally and spiritually, often feeling deeply moved by art, stories, and experiences that touch the soul. Together, they often find joy in creative pursuits, whether that means attending cultural events, supporting artistic projects, or simply creating a peaceful and inspiring home environment. Both signs are also naturally compassionate and often feel called toward helping others. Pisces may express this through emotional support, healing roles, or humanitarian ideals. Libra may express it through advocacy, fairness, or creating harmony in social spaces. While their methods differ, their motivation is similar: a desire to reduce suffering and promote understanding. This shared humanitarian impulse can become a meaningful part of their shared life direction. Where differences begin to emerge is not in what they value, but in how they pursue those values. Libra tends to think in terms of structure and planning. He is oriented toward partnerships, long-term agreements, and social frameworks that support stability. He often asks practical questions about how to build a life together, how to divide responsibilities fairly, and how to make decisions that benefit both partners. Goals, for Libra, feel safer when they are discussed, agreed upon, and balanced. Pisces approaches life goals from a more fluid and intuitive place. She dreams expansively, guided by emotion, inspiration, and inner vision rather than timelines or step-by-step plans. Her goals may change shape over time as her emotional understanding deepens. This does not mean she lacks ambition, rather, her ambition is emotionally driven. She wants her life to feel meaningful, aligned, and emotionally authentic, even if the path toward that life is not clearly defined. When these approaches clash, frustration can arise. Libra may feel uncertain when plans feel too vague or when goals shift without explanation. Pisces may feel constrained or pressured when asked to define her dreams too rigidly or commit to structures that feel emotionally limiting. Without understanding, each may feel that the other is missing something essential. When aligned, however, their differences become a source of strength. Libra has the ability to help Pisces ground her dreams in reality without diminishing their emotional value. He can help translate inspiration into action, offering gentle structure that supports rather than restricts. Pisces, in turn, helps Libra remain emotionally connected to his goals, reminding him to ask not just whether something is practical, but whether it feels right. This balance allows them to build a life that is both stable and emotionally fulfilling. Libra ensures that plans are sustainable, fair, and supportive of partnership. Pisces ensures that those plans remain infused with meaning, compassion, and emotional truth. Together, they can create goals that honor both practicality and intuition. Respecting each other's pace is essential. Libra may move toward decisions more quickly, seeking clarity and agreement. Pisces may need more time to feel emotionally aligned before committing. When Libra learns to allow emotional timing, and Pisces learns to communicate where she is emotionally, tension eases. Neither partner should feel forced to abandon their natural approach to life. Over time, shared values become more visible in daily choices. How they treat others, how they respond to conflict, how they prioritize emotional well-being, all reflect a deep alignment. Even when their paths diverge temporarily, their core intentions often remain the same. This shared moral and emotional foundation allows them to recalibrate rather than drift apart. Ultimately, Libra and Pisces share a vision of life that prioritizes love, beauty, and emotional meaning. When they honor each other's differences in execution while staying rooted in shared values, they can build a life together that feels both emotionally rich and sustainably balanced, one where dreams are respected, plans are supportive, and neither heart feels left behind. Final thoughts. The compatibility between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is not defined by flawless alignment or effortless ease. It is defined by balance, between logic and intuition, clarity and emotion, structure and fluidity. This relationship does not promise perfection, but it offers something far more meaningful: the opportunity for two very different emotional languages to learn how to speak to one another with patience, respect, and care. At its best, this pairing becomes a living example of how mind and heart can coexist without one overpowering the other. What makes this connection special is its emphasis on empathy. Both Libra and Pisces are deeply sensitive to the emotional environment they share. They notice shifts in mood, tone, and energy, and they are affected by them more than they might openly admit. This shared sensitivity creates an unspoken understanding that emotional well-being matters. When they choose to respond to one another with compassion rather than defensiveness, their bond grows stronger and more resilient. Patience plays a central role in the longevity of this relationship. Libra's desire for balance and resolution does not always align with Pisces' emotional pacing. Pisces' depth of feeling does not always fit neatly into Libra's preference for clarity. Yet when patience replaces urgency, both partners begin to feel safe enough to grow. Libra learns that sitting with emotion is sometimes more healing than resolving it. Pisces learns that emotional clarity does not diminish feeling, it protects it. Mutual growth is one of the greatest gifts this relationship offers. Libra evolves by learning that harmony does not come from avoiding emotional discomfort, but from facing it with grace and openness. He begins to understand that true balance includes emotional complexity, not just calm surfaces. Pisces evolves by learning that emotional depth does not require confusion or self-sacrifice. She learns to articulate her needs, trust stability, and recognize that emotional safety can coexist with vulnerability. When nurtured with honesty, this relationship becomes a place of emotional refuge. Libra provides a steady presence that reassures Pisces during moments of uncertainty. Pisces provides emotional richness that gives Libra's world deeper meaning. Together, they create an environment where both feel seen, not just for who they appear to be, but for who they are internally. This partnership often feels like a safe harbor in an unpredictable world. It is not loud or dramatic, but quietly sustaining. In moments of external chaos, they can return to one another for emotional grounding. Libra offers calm perspective, Pisces offers emotional understanding. This balance allows them to weather challenges without losing their sense of connection. Their love is defined by gentleness rather than intensity, by depth rather than spectacle. It is thoughtful, considerate, and emotionally aware. Each partner learns to adjust without losing themselves, to give without self-erasure, and to receive without guilt. This mutual respect creates a bond that feels authentic and enduring. Over time, the relationship matures into something deeply meaningful. The initial differences that once required effort become sources of wisdom. Libra's clarity and Pisces' intuition begin to work together rather than in opposition. Decisions are guided by both reason and feeling. Emotions are honored without overwhelming structure. This integration becomes the quiet strength of their connection. Ultimately, the love between a Libra man and a Pisces woman is a testament to the power of emotional balance. It shows that compatibility is not about sameness, but about complementary growth. When both partners remain committed to understanding rather than control, empathy rather than assumption, and honesty rather than avoidance, their connection gains the depth and resilience needed to stand the test of time.